The Deluxe Pack EX has 7 secret missions in this expansion, and this pack will only be available to pull until the 30th of October, so it will only be here for a month. After which, you can no longer pull on this pack unless it reruns, but the missions and the rewards and the solo battles are here to stay. Welcome back to another TCG Pocket video, it's Bro Vinny here. Now in today's video, we're actually not going to use Pokemon Zone, despite them usually having the best layout for my videos. That's because there's some discrepancies with the actual secret missions in the game. So what we're going to use today is the Rainanix website, which essentially does the same thing. The first secret mission is the one that you'll need to complete all cards within the 1 diamond to 4 diamond rarity inside this set, which will give you this Pikachu icon for your profile. Immediately we have a problem. So in order to complete this secret mission, what we'll need to do is, so you go to my cards and turn on this binder icon here. And basically you'll want to complete every single card, even though they're all repeats, all the way down to, and it's a huge set if you count every card inside this expansion, even if they're repeats, all the way up to 353. So there are 353 unique cards that you need to pull from this set. Not to mention, each pack only contains 4 cards and not 5. So does that mean your chance of actually completing these 1 diamond to 4 diamond cards is actually really low? Well, we'll come back to that when we get to the offering rates video, which is the next one we're going to cover. But just to highlight how big a difference that is, 353 cards, so not including all the 1-star or above rarities, compared to Secluded Springs, which only had 71, and compared to Wisdom of Sea and Sky is 161. So Deluxe Pack EX is huge if you need to complete them. The upside is, well, you actually technically already have most of these cards if you've been pulling on other sets. It's just that they don't count. If you already have those cards, they don't count towards this secret mission. So even though I've pulled this Ivysaur from Genetic Apex, it wasn't until I pulled it from Deluxe Pack EX did it count towards my binder here, and for it to count towards completing this secret mission in order to get this Pikachu icon. Of course, I'm not saying I really need this Pikachu icon, I'm just saying that for completionists, in order to do this, you will need to recollect all of these missing cards. How do I know this? Well, I spoke with Rainanix, and apparently all of these cards have a unique identifier if they came from the Deluxe Pack, so we presume that repeat cards don't count towards this secret mission, so you actually have to get them from the Deluxe Pack. Which is going to be mega weird, because what if we trade for them? Does that mean we have to actually select the ones that are from Deluxe Pack for it to count towards our friends binders completion for the Deluxe Pack EX? As it turns out, we actually have a previous card where this is the case. If you try to trade for Old Ember, you can actually click on Edit Card, click on Genetic Apex versus Mythical Island. You can actually select which set you want that card to be traded. So this will simply apply just the same with Deluxe Pack EX cards. So make sure you've chosen the right expansion when Deluxe Pack EX becomes available for trading. It is also officially confirmed in the Japanese X.com that cards you obtain in the High Class Pack EX will not count towards the binder or the Pokédex of previous sets. So if you never got Ivysaur in Genetic Apex, well, you're not going to be completing the Genetic Apex binder by getting an Ivysaur from Deluxe Pack EX. Now, in those 353 cards that you need to complete, there are also duplicates, but those duplicates are the foil cards or the parallel foil cards. What's going to happen with these cards when trading comes along is a bit of a mystery still. Will we be able to trade a non-foil for a foil, or do we have to trade foil for foil? So if they limit trading to foil, you better make sure that you have a number of foils in your collection so that you can trade for other foils in order to complete your Pokédex later on. So you probably don't want to miss out on opening at least some packs in this set. Note that there are a lot of foil cards and they aren't that common. Only one of the 4 cards out of the pack can be a foil. and sometimes it isn't, which we'll cover in the offering rates video in the next video. Thankfully, there will be a foil outbreak event, although the chance of you getting a foil card is 20% and there are a lot of foil cards to go after. So the need to re-pull all of those cards only applies to the Dex secret mission. The theme collection secret mission don't require that, so thankfully you can reuse old cards, or vice versa. You can pull on a new card from the deluxe pack and have it apply to previous theme collection missions as well. For example, this Zero Aura here that I pulled on my alt account, it's from one of the first packs I got from Deluxe Pack EX. And as you can see, it does count towards a previous theme collection mission, Quick as Lightning. This is not a deluxe pack mission, it's from, I think, Extradimensional Crisis. And so if you're trying to complete more theme collections from previous sets, Deluxe Pack EX can actually help you get there. Vice versa is also true. You probably noticed that the moment you logged into your game, there were about 5 minutes of clicking buttons to collect all of these rewards. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying that, well, there's a lot of rewards to collect from Deluxe Pack EX immediately because of all the previous cards counting towards this set's theme collection mission. And the same goes for theme deck missions as well. As you can see here, I've completed a lot of these theme decks from Deluxe Pack EX, even though I haven't actually at this point pulled on any packs. Okay, so let's get back to the secret missions. The second secret missions is collect a certain card. In fact, it is collect just one of any of these 2 diamond rarity cards. So these ones that kind of look like pins, if you just get one of them, you'll be completing this secret mission and be rewarded with some hourglass as well. The third secret mission is Pikachu Museum, which requires you to get these 5 Pikachu cards: 1 diamond, 4 diamond, 4 diamond, 2 star, and 3 star. So the immersive art from Deluxe Pack EX. Try to get this one if you can, because 3 stars aren't really tradable, and 2 star as well. So this one will be a lot harder because it's a specific 2 star card. Chances are you'll get the immersive before you get the 2 star. The rest of them you can trade for, so that shouldn't be a problem. That is the mission that will give you this Pikachu emblem. The third secret mission is probably the one that we can all achieve at some point in our lives, and I think it's probably the most fun one to do. It is called EX Complete. Basically, get every EX card from the entire game in A1 series, so before the Mega Evolutions release. Everything from Genetic Apex all the way up to Deluxe Pack EX. Of course, there are no new EX cards in Deluxe Pack EX. The only thing is though, you can't use any 2-star rarity or 3-star rarity for it to count towards this. It has to be the 4 diamond rarity. I'm not complaining because at least for 4 diamond rarity, you can at least trade for them. So at some point you will be able to complete this secret mission, even if you don't manage to pull on Deluxe Pack EX. Regardless, this expansion is really good to pull on if you're missing a lot of EX cards because you're guaranteed 1 in every single pack. Next is Deluxe Pack Museum 1. You basically have to get all the 1-star rarity cards from this set. And my favorite one is Floragato because Floragato artwork is in theme with Sprigatito and Meowscarada all hanging around the building tops. You could almost complete the entire evolutionary line in a deck with full arts. Of course, with Sprigatito only having 1 being available from a previous premium mission. Otherwise, I don't think this will be too hard to complete. Just do some trading after this set disappears. Although, in my opinion, people may not want to trade you their 1-star rarities from this set unless you've got one also from this set, because chances are, at some point, the population of these 1-star cards are going to fall below that of other cards because other cards, other expansions are currently unlimited. You can keep pulling on them. So the 1-star cards from those sets will continue to grow. Whereas this set, because it's so limited right now, you may have some difficulty completing it, finding people willing to trade you these cards. So I do recommend that you try to grab a few of these from packs and then try to trade for them later on with other people who also pulled these cards from this set. Now we're on to the real difficult missions. In fact, this might be one of the most difficult missions I've ever seen. Deluxe Pack EX Museum 2 requires you to get every single one of these 2-star cards, and there are 13 of them, And we all know how hard it is to get one specific one. Chances are if you're just pulling on packs, you're not going to complete this set. In fact, even if you could spend the maximum amount of gold every day for the next 30 days, there's a chance that you might not even be able to complete this set of 2-star cards because of the time limit. And of course, there's currently no trading for 2-star cards, so this is unlikely to be completed for most people during this expansion. This one is a little bit more realistic. You need to grab the 3 trainer 2-star cards, Lily, Lusamine, and Professor's Research, Deluxe Pack EX Museum 3. And this is indeed the last secret mission of this set. So that was all the secret missions. Let's take a quick look at the normal theme collections missions from this set. The first one is Pokemon with impressive shells. So we've got the Crab Pokemon, the Turtle Pokemon, Crawdon, Shuckle, and Torkoal. And then we've got Pokemon that hold things. So we've got Farfetch that holds the Leek, Cubone and Marowak who hold bones, Persimmon holding its balls, Tinkaton's evolutionary line holding the hammer. Pokemon with cute tongues. I did not realize cute was a way to describe tongues, but we've got Gengar and Haunter, Swirlix, Slurpuffs, Licky Licky, and Licky Tongue. Let me know who you think has the cutest tongues of them all. We've got Pokemon that hide their true faces, Cubone, who is obviously a Charmander underneath, and type Null. Very, very light Pokemon, Ghastly, Haunter, Cosmog because they're kind of gaseous I guess, and Katana, which is this very tiny ass Pokemon. Kitty get together, basically 3 cats. Slithering about, so Dratini, Wiglet, Serperior, which have that snake-like appearance. Pokemon with 30 HP, Magikarp and Wishiwashi. Late bloomers. Of course, the suited legendaries, Dratini and Gible. Main characters of Kanto region, we've got Red and Leaf. Father and child, a lot of people might not know this, but Giovanni does have a kid whose name is Silver, but I'm actually not sure who the mother is. We've got mother and child, Lusamine and Lily. I think most people would know this one. Item Mania, I'm not sure what the theme is here except just being an item, so we've got 5 different items in this collection. We've got Pokemon Tool Mania, basically 4 Pokemon tools. Then we've got the EX collection. You need 5 from any of these grass type EX. So on the way to completing that EX secret mission, you'll be completing these normal theme collections as well. We've got 1 for grass type, Fire type, Water type, Lightning type, Psychic type, Fighting type, Darkness type, Metal type, Colorless type. There is 1 mission relating to parallel foil cards. You just need 5 of any of these cards that are parallel foil. It doesn't need to be a specific rarity. And there you have it, all of the theme collections of Deluxe Pack EX. Stay tuned for the offering rates in the next video.